Now we're going to do numbers 6 to 10. Okay? So today we're just going to focus on 6 and 7. Just 6 and 7. What numbers are we going to focus on?
6 and 7.
Very good, very good. 6 and 7. Okay, so eyes up here. Ready to go.
You can tell a counting story about what you see. I see dogs playing in the park. How many dogs are there?
Count them quietly to yourself so you can count how many there are.
Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, you got 7 too?
How can you find out how many counters there are?
Oh, yeah.
You can count. Does it matter which counter you count first?
No.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't matter. If there is one counter for each dog, how many counters are there? There are 7 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many counters do you color in to show the number of dogs?
How many, everyone?
7.
7, okay? So again, count like we did before. You have to count how many items there are. Then that's how many counters you either color or how many counters you have to draw. Okay? Alright, let's try this. It says color in the counters. Okay, to match the dogs. So let's double check the dogs, make sure to see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's do our counters. Ready? Here you go. You count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, 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 oh. Okay, we're on 3. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, alright. Okay, we're moving on. We know that there's 7. Okay.
Color in 7 counters.
There we go.
1,
Give me a problem.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You counted to 7. Now you know how to use counters to count to 7.
Yes. Oh, look, it's back in 3 and everything. Okay, so here's the big thing I want to focus on today. Alright? Who remembers what these boxes are called? Do you remember those boxes are called? Alright, what's the name? Valentina, remember? A 5 frame. Excellent. Yes. So this 5 frame is actually going to help us count so much faster. Okay? When I have my 5 frame filled, hold on, quiet. When my 5 frame is filled, how many counters do I have? Jen? 5. So guess what? I already know that's 5. I don't have to sit there and count it. So it's 5, 6, 7. Isn't that faster?
Yeah.
Say that with me. So we have 5, 6, 7. Okay, what if there was one counter outside? How many is that? Everybody. 6. So it's 5, 6. Okay? So that's a quicker way for you to count. So then you don't have to sit there and count because then it takes longer, doesn't it? So you feel like you already know if you count your items and you said, okay, there's 7 dogs. Well, guess what? I'm going to fill up my 5 frame and then I'm going to go 6, 7. Okay? So that's a quicker way to do it. That's why they have 5 frames, to make things a little bit faster. Okay? All right, so on the front, you're going to get your paper. Just get your name on top. And this is going to be our Sullivan chair. We're going to start off with together. Okay, so this is what you should be looking at. Okay? All right. Name on top. Oh, yeah. Okay, get your name on top and then show me that you're ready, right? Your pencil's on top of your box. top. Name on top, sir. Pencil on top. I don't know if this was your pencil. Well, this eraser is gone. So I'm being ready. Yeah, oh, not that. Okay. Madeline's ready. Will's ready. Good. George is ready. Your name is on top of your paper, and then your pencil's on top of your box. So that shows me that you're ready. Braden's ready. Ethan's ready. You gotta write your name down, okay? Okay, Ethan's ready. Yep. Haley's ready. Lena's ready. Lena's ready. Yes. Okay. You too. Yes. Get hand sanitizer after that tissue. Okay. Throw the tissue away. All right, guys. Remember, when I say show me that you're ready, I should see your name on top, and then your pencil's on top of that box. That way, I don't have to sit here and say, okay, come on, show me that you're ready. Let's go, let's go. If I see that already done, then boom, I know I can just move on right away. I don't have to say, okay, who's ready? Right? Saves us some time. Okay. All right. So, listen to the question. It's going to tell you a little something that's going to ask you to do something. You ready? Eyes up here. Jacob, eyes up here, buddy. Here we go. Listen.
Jackson's dog Rex has some balls on the red rug. Use counters and draw a picture on the empty dog bed to show how many balls Rex has. Tell how you know you are correct.
Okay. So we have some balls on here. So quietly to yourself, I want you to count the balls on the red mat. Go ahead and count. Count them and your paper. You know already? Okay. All right. So how many balls are on the red mat, Braden? 6. Who else got 6? Okay, everyone got 6. Jacob, you didn't get 6? Did you count a different number? Oh yeah, you gotta count, buddy. You did 6? Thumbs up? Awesome. Good. Okay, so first thing they said, draw a picture on the empty dog bed to show how many balls. So go ahead and draw me how many? Counters. How many, everybody? 6. We're going to draw 6. So go ahead and draw 6 for me. I don't know why mine's not working. Okay, I don't know why it's not working. Okay. All right. So it doesn't matter where you put them, but as long as you have 6. Okay. Now I like to go back and double check. Did you guys mark them as you counted them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That helps, doesn't it? Okay. Now why do you think they have this up here? Why do you think they have that 5 frame? Why do they have that? Will? Any reason? Okay. Well, here's what you could do. If you guys have, what I can have you do right now is grab your math baggie, your manipulators with your squares, and I want you to get out 6 red squares. Get out 6 red squares. Just 6. And I want you to place a red square, we're going to use those as counters, in one in every single box. Yes, that's true.
I knew that the whole exact time.
Place, I only want 6. And place 1 in every single box at the top. Fill up your 5 frame. Fill up your 5 frame with a red square. Each of them gets a red square. But then, you should have one more, right? Okay. So, I should see, sorry, I said red. I should see 1 red square in each box. So that's my 5 frame is filled. And then you put the 1 more down here to show 6. Okay, everyone should have done that. Everyone did that? Okay, so this is another way. A minute, just sit down, please. You're dropping your squares. Careful. This is another way to show, to represent the 6 balls that are on the mat. We made 6 counters. Dean, I already did this up here. Stop stop looking at Alina. It's up here. That's what you're supposed to do on yours. You didn't do it yet. So now let's do this. Move your red squares. Put one on each of the counters that you drew. Can you move them down onto the bed, the dog bed? To show your 6. Move them down to the dog bed and just count them as you do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So again, we have 6 counters. You put 6 down in the bed. And we drew our own 6 counters on the bed too. So this is just one way that you can use these counters, these squares, to help represent the 6. Okay, you guys got that? Yes. Okay, very good. Go ahead and put those squares back in your baggie. I just wanted to show you that's another way you can use them. It's nice that we have these available to us. Okay? Zip up your bags, please. You dropped one, Dean. And then you get a blue square on the ground. Yeah. Guys, just raise your hand if you need help. Just raise your hand. Because I can't even get up out of your seats. Thank you. There you go. Try to zip it yourself. If you need help, raise your hand. Okay? Okay. Put it back in your bucket. Yep, into your bucket. Into your bucket. Alright, and then you can turn and open up. You don't need anything. You don't need to draw anything else. I just wanted to show you with those counters. Okay, and turn to the next page. You'll see all the dogs. Right? Got it? On this one right here. Yep, this one. Flip it over, Alina. It should be on this right there with the green. Okay, so they did number 1 for us. It says that we are going to draw counters as we count each dog to show how many. Okay? So with your pencil, we're going to mark each dog as we count. So go over here to these dogs to number 1 and let's look. I'm going to put a line through each of them as I count them. Do it with me, okay? 1. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I don't have my pen ready. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay, try that again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So, they filled up their 5 frame, because that means 5, and then one more at the bottom is 6. So let's trace over those counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more outside is 6. So that matches the amount of dogs that we counted. Alright, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Alright, let's go to number 2, and let's mark them as we count them. Ready? Number 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so right away, let's go ahead and fill up our 5 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more outside, and the next row is 6. Now, listen. One thing I want to talk to you. You know in the video it says, did it matter where you start to count? They said it doesn't matter. But I'm going to ask you to really go from left to right when you fill up your 5 frame. And then when you do number 6 and then number 7, pretend like you're starting a new row. Alright? I like it when you guys go from left to right, only because it also reminds you even when you read, you go left to right. Keep it, if we all do it in the same way, then that way we get into a good habit of always going left to right, and that's going to help you with a lot of things later on. So always go from left to right. Can you do that for me? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Great. Okay, take this, flip it over, and find the cats. Flip it over. Okay. All right, here we go again. We're going to mark each cat as we count. Let's all count together. Start at the top row. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 this time. All right, so go ahead. Fill up your 5 frame. And then how many, make sure you have 7, how many go outside of the 5 frame? Well, 2, very good. So it's
your 5 frame now.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Good job,
6, 7. So after a while, you guys don't even have to count this, do you? You just already know. Okay, fill up the 5 frame, and then 2 more. There's your 7, right? Okay, let's go to number 4. Let's count the dogs and mark them as we count. Up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, show me 7 counters. Does yours look like mine? Very good. Okay, so you're going to sit there and count. Okay, let's count these. These are little guinea pigs. Those aren't dogs. Those are, I think, guinea pigs. Okay, let's go ahead and count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, put those counters in. Does yours look like mine? Careful this time. Just 1 outside of the 5 frame, right? 5. 1 more is 6. Okay. All right. Go ahead and lift that page. Turn it to the back. You're going to see all the birds. Up. Quiet, please. Okay. This time you're going to do this on your own. After you do the birds, we're going to stop and I'll tell you what to do on the bottom. So go ahead and mark each red bird as you count them. Fill in the 5 frame. Draw your counters to match how many red birds there are. Quietly count as you mark. Then move to the green birds. Mark them as you count them. Among those counters to match. All of them. To the green birds and the blue birds. Come on, all the birds. You got it. That first one was done right. There you go. Just sit and wait for a minute. All right. Okay, all right, now in number 9, it says you're going to draw some eggs. So just counters, right? They kind of look like counters anyways. So you get to decide now. Right now I want you to draw in this space either 6 or 7 eggs. Do that for me right now. Draw 6 or 7. And you can draw them anywhere in that space, but give me 6 or 7 eggs. And then fill in the counters to match. Fill in your 5 frame with your extra counters, either 6 or 7 to match. I'll be surprised when I see your paper later if you did 6 or 7. But make sure that they match. However many you draw down here, if you do 6, you have to have how many counters? 6. If you drew 7 eggs, you have to have 7 counters, right? So if you do 7, make sure they match. If you have 6, make sure it matches with 6. Okay. Thumbs up if everyone got it.